If you've ever wandered through your garden on a full moon night, feeling the cool silver light spilling over your plants, you might have wondered, does the moon really affect growth? Well, fellow gardeners, the answer is a resounding yes. Over the years I've experimented with different organic techniques, and one of the most fascinating and effective methods I've discovered is the Lunar Soil Boost, a simple yet powerful fermented plant juice, or FPJ, that I pour every full moon. The results are remarkable. Healthier leaves, sturdier stems, and fruit that seems to pop with flavor. Today, I want to share exactly how I do it, step by step, with all the correct ratios and actionable tips, so you can replicate these results in your own garden. The moon has more influence on Earth than we often realize. Just as it pulls the tides, it affects the water content in plants and soil. Gardeners have observed for centuries that certain lunar phases encourage different types of growth. The full moon is particularly potent for above-ground growth, leaves, flowers, and fruits, because the increased gravitational pull draws moisture upward, feeding leafy growth and boosting plant vitality. Applying a nutrient-rich soil boost during this time can supercharge this natural lunar influence. This isn't just folklore. Modern gardening experiments and traditional practices from Japan to India show that syncing fertilization with lunar phases often results in more vigorous plants and higher yields. But here's the catch: it only works if you apply the right nutrients in the right way. Precision is key, which is why I want to focus on the exact ratios and steps that work reliably, whether you're a beginner or an experienced green thumb. At the heart of this lunar method is FPJ, short for fermented plant juice. It's essentially a concentrated elixir of nutrients extracted from plants through fermentation. FPJ is packed with growth-promoting compounds, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial microbes that enrich your soil and feed your plants naturally. Think of it as giving your garden a moonlight miracle in liquid form. But not all FPJs are created equal. I recommend experimenting by creating 2 separate batches from different plants, like comfrey and moringa, and applying them to identical plants. This allows you to see which one your garden responds to best. Over the years, I've found that this comparative approach not only improves growth, but also teaches you about the plants your soil loves most. Before we get into the how, let's get practical. Here's what you'll need to prepare a small batch for a garden of about 10 square meters. Fresh leaves, 1 kilogram of your chosen plant, and comfrey moringa or nettles work beautifully. Water, 1 liter, preferably rainwater or dechlorinated tap water. Molasses, 1 tablespoon per liter of water, as a natural food source for the microbes. A clean bucket, about 2 to 3 liters capacity. And finally, a stirring stick and a strainer. The key here is accuracy. Too little molasses, and the fermentation slows. Too much, and it can overwhelm the plants. A precise mix ensures a strong, healthy boost. Step 1. Harvest the plants. Choose healthy pesticide-free plants. Chop the leaves finely to increase the surface area for fermentation. This step is crucial. Smaller pieces ferment faster and more evenly. Alright, step 2 is to mix your FPJ. In a clean bucket, you're going to combine 1 kilogram of chopped leaves with 1 liter of water. Next, add 1 tablespoon of molasses. Now just stir thoroughly to dissolve the molasses and make sure those leaves get well coated. Moving on to step 3, fermentation. Cover the bucket loosely so you allow for a bit of airflow. Let it ferment for about 5 to 7 days, and remember to give it a good stir every day. When it's ready, the mixture should smell sweet and earthy. Oh, and avoid sealing the bucket tightly, since that can create harmful anaerobic conditions. Step 4 is to strain and store. After fermentation, strain the liquid into a clean container. Your FPJ is now ready for application. It's best to use it right away, but if you need to, you can store it in a cool, dark place for up to a week. Timing is everything. Apply your FPJ every full moon, ideally in the early morning or late afternoon. This really maximizes absorption and helps avoid sun damage on the leaves. Dilution ratio. Use 1 part FPJ to 20 parts water. For example, if you have 50 milliliters of FPJ, just mix it with 1 liter of water. Pour the mixture around the base of your plants to feed the roots, and lightly spray the leaves for foliar absorption. For best results, apply consistently. I've seen gardeners get inconsistent results when they skip full moons or, apply too much at once. Remember, your goal is steady growth, not a one-time super boost. Gardening is both art and science. I always encourage my viewers on Soil Sage Chronicles to track their results. Keep a simple notebook or digital log, record leaf color, plant vigor, fruit set, and any changes in growth patterns. By comparing plants treated with different FPJs, you can see which plants thrive under your soil conditions. Over time, this allows you to tailor your lunar boost to your garden's unique needs, ensuring healthier, more productive plants year after year. For example, in my garden, I noticed that Moringa FPJ gave faster leaf growth while Comfrey FPJ improved flowering and fruiting. This kind of observation transforms gardening from guesswork into a rewarding, data-driven craft. Even with the right ratios, a few simple mistakes can, really reduce effectiveness. First, don't over-apply. Too much FPJ can stress plants and upset soil balance. Second, use clean non-metal containers, because metals can react with the fermenting liquid. And third, maintain your garden's usual care routine. Consistent watering and weeding remain crucial. Finally, remember that FPJ effectiveness varies with soil type and plant species. Keep notes and, be patient. Over time, you'll learn your garden's rhythm and how to synchronize it with the lunar cycle for optimal results. The Lunar Soil Boost is more than just a gardening hack. It's a way to work with nature, not against it. By combining microbial-rich FPJ with lunar timing, you're giving plants both nourishment and a little cosmic help. The full moon increases moisture movement, while FPJ delivers concentrated nutrients, creating a synergy that traditional fertilizers rarely match. Moreover, using FPJ is sustainable. You're recycling plant material, avoiding chemical runoff, and fostering soil biodiversity. It's a small effort with long-term benefits, not just for your garden, but for the planet. Over the years, I've poured hundreds of FPJ batches in my own garden. Each full moon is a ritual. I chop leaves, stir the brew, and watch as the mixture transforms, just as my garden transforms in the following weeks. There's a quiet magic in syncing with nature's rhythms. A reminder that gardening isn't just about food or flowers, it's about connection. When I share these techniques on Soil Sage Chronicles, I hope not just to teach but to inspire. Gardening is deeply personal, yet universally rewarding, and when your plants respond with lush leaves or bountiful fruit, the Lunar Soil Boost feels like a shared secret between you, your garden, and the moon. So here's your actionable takeaway. This full moon, harvest your leaves, brew your FPJ, and pour it with intention. Track your results, notice the changes, and share your successes with fellow gardeners. By following these precise ratios and steps, you're giving your garden a scientifically backed boost that taps into centuries of lunar gardening wisdom. If you're passionate about gardening and want to keep learning more secrets from the soil, make sure to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles and share this article with your fellow green thumbs. Let's grow together, one full moon at a time. Remember, gardening is about patience, observation, and joy. Pour this lunar soil boost, watch your plants thrive, and embrace the magic that happens when we work in harmony with nature.